Hello.
Welcome back. We are officially the Deep Stash Knitting Podcast with KnittinJenna
And the Crazy Cat Lady.
Yeah, so we've decided with episode 14 that we're going to give our name a little redo here because I think saying KnittinJenna and the Crazy Cat Lady Podcast is a little kind of a mouthful, and there was I didn't feel like it was very clear about what we were doing here unless you watch the video, and then it's like, well, obviously these two women are knitting and, buying yarn and crafting and whatever. So now I think this kind of aligns a little bit better with what we're doing, especially because, I feel like all I do is dig through my stash right now to knit, and we've been doing that for a while.
You've been working on it. I keep digging through it, but somehow it keeps growing. But we're really going to focus on Deep Stash.
But you've made it your mission for 2 years now to knit the stash, her sock yarn stash. She has been on a super sock knit down, and she's very successful. Didn't you knit like 30 pairs last year?
I'm very successful with the socks. Now
Yes.
I have to transition because I have sweaters quantities.
As we did a deep dive into
and
the
I need
stash.
to knit that too.
I'm with you because I went through a bunch of my stuff. I was like, because I keep seeing, this is sweater weather. It is like 55 degrees, 60 degrees here. And I keep pulling out this sweater, and I love it. This sweater is amazing. It's so comfy. It's DK weight, so it's like the perfect.
You got one was. Yeah, okay.
He can stay there. That's fine. You don't see it. But it's DK weight, but my pockets. Anyway, Winter's Beach Cardi, Andrea Mowry. This is Tosh DK. But I just was like, I want to wear more sweaters that I've knit because. Did you do this whenever you started knitting? Did you stop buying knitwear, like commercial knitwear, for the most part?
Yeah. Because I'm like, I can do that.
I could do that, yeah.
I could do that.
But then you're like,
I could do that.
It takes a while to do that, so.
And here's the thing, and it's funny because I have not done it, but I definitely like the 100% wool sweaters with the cables and the very much the pattern, the textured sweaters. And so when I see them, I'm like, oh, I could do that. I could do that.
And then I never get around to doing it. Oh, that's just knit one, pro one.
So now we're going to do it. I'm going to do it,
Yeah.
okay? Definitely 2025 is going to be my year of sweaters. I'll still keep a sock on the go, but I'll probably scale back on the socks. My sister has enough socks. And work on the sweaters.
But I feel like it's nice to always have a sock going because you said this the other day that you had to start another sock. And it's funny because I finished a sock and I was looking through my stuff and I'm like, I don't have another sock started. What is going on? And so I did. I started it, but okay, so we changed our name. Well, we've added to our name.
Yeah.
And so things like Instagram and the YouTube channel, and then we'll have an email address and maybe a website. I don't know. Y'all, it's a lot of work. I think people hire
You've been
people.
doing it all. It's not a lot of work for me. It's a lot of work. She's been doing all the work.
But I don't really... But people who do this, bless you if this is your full-time job. Let me just say that. Because this is not our full-time job. This is just fun. But we want to make it fun for the viewer too.
Maybe it'll get more, maybe it'll level out once we do the name change and get all of the different platforms set up.
Things are trending that direction. Okay, so then the other thing we promised from episode 13, we showed you our prize package. We gave you guys, ladies, folks, almost 2 weeks. You had till last night at midnight. Today is Sunday, November 3rd. So you had until midnight on Saturday, November 2nd to enter the giveaway by liking, subscribing, and then leaving a comment telling us how you use that yarn. And so we had a winner. It is Renee Brooks 8367 username. We'll comment on the video, and then if you can get in touch with us by sending an email to KnittinJenna and the Crazy Cat Lady at gmail.com, we will get your info and get that prize out to you.
We will not ask you for any of your banking account information. We will not ask you for any money. No, we will mail it out
just simply
to you.
your address, or like I think you commented too that you're local here in St. Louis, so if you wanted to meet up, that's fine. We could meet up with you and bring you
Otherwise,
your
if
prize.
you want, we can just mail it to you.
Or we can mail it. We're capable.
Thank you
Yay.
so much.
Yes,
that
I'm
was
so
fun. Thank you.
Okay, so other fun things. Korey went on an adventure.
For work.
But it's still an adventure.
Yeah, okay. So I had to go to Dallas for work. And of course, you see, it's the knitting gods. It was a manager meeting, and it's like over 1,200 managers across the company. And they made my reservation. They're real particular about not having too many people on the same flight. And they don't, I guess they don't want the plane to crash and nobody can manage the company. So they spread us around, okay?
You know, for like business wise, it's very smart, but also like kind of morbid.
Yeah, I know, right. So they did mine flying out on Sunday morning.
When did the meeting start?
The meeting started Monday afternoon at 3 o'clock.
Oh, so you had some free time.
So my arrangements were flying out on Sunday morning on one flight, and I think a coworker was flying out Sunday morning on a different airline, and then another coworker was flying in Monday morning, so they kind of spread us around. So I had never done Uber. I had to learn how to do Uber. Okay. They all
Success.
laughed at me.
She's still here. Did not have to use her bear spray while out in the
Right.
wild.
Right. Somebody said, well, just use your pepper spray. I didn't bring any.
Yeah. We can
Okay.
get you, we'll set you up with some bear spray. We won't even do pepper spray. We'll do bear spray so you can just take those
Just
friends
Uber them and just
out.
spray them out.
Yeah.
But so I did Uber, and I dropped off my bag at the hotel, and I was like, well, okay, I did pretty good. So I Ubered to the knit shop.
Okay, what was the name of the knit shop?
Knit Dallas.
Oh, fun.
Let's see.
Oh, look
Do
at
we
how
have a
cute her
logo?
little label is.
Okay. Knit Dallas.
I love her little knit stitches. That's so
It
cute.
was amazing. It was very bright, very colorful, huge variety of all kinds of yarn. And their signature color of the whole, their brand is like pink and orange. So she had these lovely, custom made knit Dallas bags.
She's a woman after my daughter's heart.
So there you go. They were in pink and orange. So there. I got orange for you.
Oh, fun!
Pink for me.
Pink for Korey,
And,
orange for me. Oh, I love it.
And then here's a little knit Dallas little pin.
Oh, how cute!
And it's just big enough to hold like a ball of yarn. And
You know what that is? Socks. That is socks.
And I figured you can put it on your wrist, and then if you got to get up and run after a child, your ball won't go flying across the park.
You know me so well. As my child approaches something she shouldn't, right? Look.
Right. So I
It's
figured.
so cute. It's pink and orange.
Yeah, I figured that would work for your lifestyle to put
Thank
one of your
you.
socks in there.
In fact, I'm gonna do that right now because I am working on a sock for Molly out of my leftovers, and this is perfect because the bag I have it in is gigantic.
And then of course I was in Texas, so now if I'm in Texas, you know what happens, right?
You have to go find.
I gotta get mustache, right? Self-striping yarn.
Where is she out of? It's not Dallas, is it?
I want to say, I don't know.
Did I make that up?
I don't know. She's always at the Dallas Fort Worth Fiber Festival.
Right.
I just know she's in Texas.
Okay, that's fair.
It
Texas is
doesn't-
like the size of a small country.
Okay, right. Texas is.
But that's fine.
So, but look at these. Aren't they gorgeous?
Those are.
So I might have done some Christmas shopping, but the question is, can I wait till Christmas? Can you guess who they're for? I wonder. I know you can guess.
Nope, no guessing.
You can
I'm
guess.
not guessing.
You can definitely guess.
Oh, how
Out of my
fun.
3 besties, who are those 4?
Nope, no guessing. We're not guessing. We all want to be surprised. But they're gorgeous. Look at the blues in here. These look like blue jeans. That's the name of this one is not Attention. Hook? Is that the name of it?
I don't know. This
Hook?
one, yeah, okay, yeah, that one's Hook.
Hook?
I wonder if that's after Captain Hook.
Maybe. This one is Into the Woods. That's going to be a fun stripe. Oh, this is a pretty
This is French.
Je t'aime.
I don't know.
That means love. I think it means I love you.
Does it?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Listen, I grew up in Louisiana and like French was a thing, but
So
I
you
took
know French.
Spanish. I took Spanish all throughout high school because my thought was, I'm not staying in Louisiana and I don't know where else French is going to be useful other than France or the Caribbean. And neither of those were in my like plan. I was like, I'm going to go somewhere where, if knowing some Spanish would be helpful.
I have no idea. I saw this tweed. She had a
Yes.
lot of this tweed.
You should have bought a sweater for that.
It has stellina in it.
It's gorgeous.
And I was like, I don't know. I feel like I just have to have this. And this color is called Flamingo. So my plan is to make a hat for myself out of this. I don't know. I just felt like I needed it. It's just so,
I like it.
don't know.
I like
Just
it.
makes me happy.
Look, I just moved my little sock project in here.
Makes me
With
happy.
my stockings. I love it. I love it.
So
I'm
that was-
impressed that that's what you shopped with a purpose.
I shopped with a purpose.
You avoided the big impulses.
I
Girl, who are you?
I figured only thing I bought for myself was the pink with the stellina. I figured I do have to get a little Christmas
It's
trinkets.
Moondrake Company. It's Sparkles Stardust. It's like you said, merino, the little neps, and then stellina.
Isn't it?
I love that. I like all the different colored tweeds. It reminds me of, have you seen the tweed by Hedgehog where she uses all the people's
No.
recycled ends?
No.
Like you can send her a bag of your ends.
Really?
And yes,
That's
I think you
interesting.
get like some sort of like
That's
incentive.
interesting.
But all her tweeds, that's what they use as recycled ends, either from her company or from like knitters and other crafters who send them to her, and they wind it into there. So none of her tweeds are ever the same. Like the base color is,
interesting.
but all
of that,
the little neps are all
varies.
different. Anyway, if I had $1 million and didn't mind paying international shipping, I would just go ahead and order all the Hedgehog tweed because I think that's a really cool concept.
That is a cool concept.
I'm wearing my Dino shirt from Molly's birthday because I thought it was a good day for it.
Is that a T-Rex?
No, it's a Brontosaurus.
It's a
Or maybe you could call it a Diplodocus. One of those long-necked ones.
I don't know, but you all know all the dinosaurs.
I know that the long-necked ones, there's like 3 or 4 different ones, and I couldn't tell you the difference between them. I just know they have long necks.
But Molly can. She knows all
Probably.
the dinosaurs.
Probably.
She's the smartest little person I ever met. She's gonna be a
Girl, she
paleontologist.
is very smart.
In
and
between
very
being an astronaut and
sassy.
yeah, she's gonna be a paleontologist.
She's so sassy.
That is so cute. You crack me up. You gotta know Molly socks.
Girl, I noted all of my things yesterday. I'm not playing.
Cause you come back to it and you're like, now what was I doing? I did it to you when you came. I was like, now what was I doing with this? And you were like, I don't know.
I'm like, I asked you if it was a different yarn. It looks.
I'm like, what was I doing?
Weren't you doing a sweater?
You know what I think that is? I bet that is probably a darker color of Woolies.
Ooh, is Woolies only a 2-ply?
Let me see.
No.
No. No.
This is. I thought. Didn't you do a sweater? The one that you steeked. And you put those shell buttons. Or no, they were silver buttons.
That's the brown one. That's the
Brown?
one.
It's
Yeah.
not gray?
No, it's brown. It's over there on the chair that Boo sits on. Somebody needs to tell him that's not his sweater. And I need to wash it and reblock it. Could you tell him that's not his sweater?
Boo, that's not your sweater.
Because he thinks it is.
You know, He has excellent taste, though. Both of your cats have excellent taste in yarn.
Oh, baby girl really does. She loves to cozy up to some cashmere or something with some silk in it. Yes, she has excellent taste.
Cats know a lot of things.
They know yarn.
When I was pregnant with Molly, so we didn't know Molly was a girl until she was born. I didn't find out with either of my kids, but they would both come and snuggle up to me even before I really started showing, and like put their heads or a paw or something on my belly. Like they just know. Cats know. They know things.
They know good yarn when they see it.
Good yarn, cute babies. They didn't like my baby after she was born and running around and getting all in their stuff. But they liked her before she arrived. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, we also, Seven Sisters Yarn Shop moved.
Oh, yes.
They moved from down like Concord Village. They moved over to 5817 South Lindbergh in the Five Oaks Shopping Center. Here in St. Louis. Technically, I think it's like Sunset Hills, but they moved. We'll post this in the show notes, but look, QR code, cha-ching, get it. So Korey and I went and checked that out yesterday. It was really cute. The shop is bigger and brighter. There's a huge spot in the back for like hanging out and knitting, and she's got some really beautiful stuff. And then talking with the gal who was working, she's like, oh yeah, we have stuff coming in, you know, kind of daily that they still have to put out, right?
Guess they're ramping up for Christmas.
Yes. I feel it's wild because I feel like we just got through Halloween, and now it's like, okay, Christmas is here. Did you see? I think there was a Mariah Carey like commercial or something the other day that was like her kicking off Christmas season.
Queen of Christmas.
Yeah. As some like.
What
a woman who has monopolized that, like, because song.
She's made herself the Queen of Christmas.
She has. Do I know anything else about Mariah Carey other than that Christmas song? That's not true. When I was in middle school, I really liked Mariah Carey. And I still think she has a beautiful voice. And I'll be damned if a song doesn't come on and I know the words and I'm trying to sing it. But her range.
When she hits the note. Okay, don't get me started on her.
I know. But you can't sing along. You can't sing along because that's not normal. Like, you're over here going, right? Anyway.
But you got to give it to her.
Gosh,
that's a good Christmas song.
So yesterday at Seven Sisters, I walked in and they had a Leading Men Fiber Arts Showstopper colorway. It's their Beetlejuice.
But I like how they stopped short of saying it a third time.
We're not saying it a third time. And in fact,
that's so
would
funny.
it work since it's not Halloween anymore?
That is so fun. Let's not find out.
Okay. Anyway, it is this gorgeous fingering weight. It is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. It's their Showstopper base, and it's got all these really fun colors in there. It's got that gray and the green, and then I went ahead and got a mini of the green, too. But I kind of feel like
I'm probably gonna make my sister a pair.
It might be more fun with a different
color. And then a shorty.
Maybe not that. I don't know.
My sisters will probably be black for the heels and toes.
I don't know.
And then whoever I make the shorty for will probably get the bright green.
You're gonna make shorties for you. But so yeah, this is the only yarn acquisition I've made in a while.
You did good.
I've been doing pretty good, but I also haven't gone on any fun trips to find more yarn. I feel like souvenir yarn
shouldn't count.
Does not count towards like
no
actively trying not to buy yarn, because I personally would rather buy souvenir yarn than like random souvenirs. Like
no.
In fact,
this morning, that's how we got all the.
That's how we got into the trouble.
Right. That's how we got into this single skein trouble that we have. It's buying it on trips.
Well, a couple years ago, I went to Austin with my girlfriends for like 3 days, and I did not go to a yarn shop, but we drove up to Waco to go to like the Magnolia compound, right? For Chip and Joanna Gaines, their whole thing.
Right.
The silos, we drove up there, and I'm like, we went, and it's cool to see. And I like her aesthetic. I think it's really beautiful. Would I redo my whole home that way? Probably not. I don't even know what. We're redoing our basement. I don't even know. We have to pick out fixtures for the bathroom and stuff.
You know that all of that can be overwhelming.
It is. It is. I'm supposed to do that. I was supposed to do that while my husband was out of town because he's like, I trust you.
But
I'm like, oh God.
But stay vigilant, because as soon as you say I don't care, then when they install it, you're like, who nicked that?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that was the point where you said I don't care.
Correct. Correct. So I'm like, okay, where am I gonna go? And our contractor gave me a list, and he's like, I would go here and I would do that. And I'm like, okay. Of course, I have not done that, but
I'm sorry, but I just wanted to point out that Boo just went and got his yarn. Did you see him get his yarn and bring it?
oh, Boo's trying to get on the podcast too.
He went and got his ball of yarn
Hey,
and brought it.
I'm surprised he has not tried to claim my giant sweater down there that smells like sheep.
He just wants to be a part of it. Okay, maybe one day we'll let Boo, but he'll take over, and then you all will only tune in for Boo. Here
Correct.
he comes. Here he comes.
But so I bought, when I was there, I bought like a tea towel for my kitchen, and I bought a coffee mug. And like, I really enjoy coffee mugs, but I have a cabinet full of coffee mugs.
I know.
I do not need. He's here. He's here.
I knew he was gonna make his appearance.
Baby. But so I feel like buying a skein of yarn is better than a coffee mug, even though I drank out of that coffee mug this morning, which is why I was thinking about
But you know, you need coffee mugs for different seasons.
I know. I broke my Frankenstein coffee mug that I had here a couple weeks ago. Yep.
You need coffee mugs for different seasons. I rotate them out.
I know.
Okay, he's trying to get into her stuff.
That's okay.
I also bought,
Yes.
because it's Christmas time, everybody.
Yes.
They had West Yorkshire Spinners. She saw it down low, that they had the Christmas colors, and she was familiar with this one. It's called Candy Cane, and it's by West Yorkshire Spinners.
See, I told you that's what this is. This is the holly berry.
Yeah, yep.
Because I'm gonna.
the holly berry.
This is my Christmas socks. I told. Oh, we're so excited.
So that's what I'm in the middle of doing today. Was going through. I was going through stash.
For heels and toes.
For heels and toes.
Red.
Right, but then I pulled this out and I was like, wait, that's orange.
Not that one. This
Yeah.
one. This is a different one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that.
So you like that red?
I like the red. That's gorgeous. Is this your red you bought from Knit Picks?
Yes.
You know all those
They had a mini set.
the rainbow mini sets.
Yeah, and I bought it. But I had it out because I was trying, to see where I ended up on that. That's a whole other story.
Hey baby boo.
Okay, Boo.
It's fine. I love kitties.
He's all in the mix.
Mhm.
So she says red. So there we go.
I got red.
That's what we're gonna do. This red, which is Knit Picks. What is there? Stroll?
Straw.
Yeah, Knit Picks
Yeah.
Stroll. I have bought like a mini set, 2 of them, and then we're gonna do the West Yorkshire Spinners. There we go.
Yeah, those will be really fun.
Christmas socks.
I know.
From
I
my
need to do
sister.
Christmas socks, too. All right, finishes. Girl, you know we're not finishing anything. Except I finished my Halloween shorties.
Those are cute.
I love them. The pulling is crazy through here where I was doing the gusset stitches. But like once we got back to 72 stitches, it's almost like striped.
But it's okay.
I love it. But even up here this is crazy too, in the ribbing, because of how Knits and Pearls eat yarn differently than straight up stockinette.
It's changed.
It
again.
changed the way the pulling was, which I think is so cool. Isn't that so cool about knitting?
Yeah.
And then this is Malabrigo sock, terracotta colorway.
I know that terracotta is amazing.
Oh.
That is a good color.
Here's what I did. Still don't know how it happened, but when I started these, maybe I do know how it happened because I can see it right there. On one needle, I had done less decreases than on the other needle, and I just kept knitting. I caught them up and it's fine. I don't remember if it's the top or the bottom. The bottom decreased faster than the top. I don't know. Can you see that? It's on both of them. I did the exact same thing. See? It doesn't matter because these go in my shoes, but I just thought it was a funny.
You're so funny.
It was a funny. I'm just like, I'm trying to finish these. I think I knit these in like 12 days, and I'm so impressed with myself.
They feel amazing.
Because
too.
socks take me forever to knit because
You did a good job.
I get on the cuff, and I'm like.
Well, you know, I told you my friend Gayla told me that she wanted some socks, but she wanted shorties because nobody wears long socks. And I'm like, they don't? I'm like, oh girl, let me knit you some shorties.
Yeah.
That should be an easy thing to do.
And it was. I'm really impressed. And in fact, I'm considering knitting my Christmas socks as shorties. Plus, I still have like 65 grams of this Halloween color left. That is another
so you can
pair.
Get like 2 pair of shorties out of.
I think so, especially when you're doing alternating heels and cuffs, or So yeah. So I think I could knit another pair of these for myself, for my daughter. I can knit 2 pair.
I'm sorry. I'm just so distracted by how he's just loving.
He's just hanging out. Like, yeah, I wish you could see him. I'm not going to point the camera down. He's literally right here. I know.
Rotten.
Rotten. Okay. Pets are supposed to be rotten. If you don't have a spoiled pet, then you're not doing it right.
Well, look, I'm mid-row. Okay, so these are my
Whippies.
My waffle, and I'm down. I did my heel.
That looks so good.
Since they thought it was a good idea for me to have connecting flights, I didn't understand that. I had to go to Houston to come back up to Dallas, so I did my heel. No, United. So I did my heel on one flight, and then I did the heel on the other sock on the other flight.
That.
So on both of them, I picked up the gusset, and I'm decreasing the gussets.
And you're keeping the waffle over the top.
Yep, keeping the waffle on the top, flat on the bottom of the foot. So that's where I am on that. I did work on these while I was there. This is
that's pretty.
Ooh.
This is yours.
It's a slip stitch, right? But see, this is the one I was telling you. It's gonna be too tight. It's too tight through here to get over the heel.
Show the people. Show the people.
See, we're nice and
the
stretchy,
slip stitch is gorgeous.
But the slip stitch pattern makes it too tight. I needed to go up in stitch count. It's not gonna make it over the heel.
What if you?
So then the question is, do I make my sister
no, because this is for you. Stop. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I just came up with this idea. You sure she
would like fingerless mitts?
Girl, we ain't doing that.
Feel it.
No. Here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna pull this back to the ribbing, and we're gonna evenly increase 8 stitches.
I thought about that too.
Because your ribbing is flexible enough. It's this. It's not gonna get you. So I think if you put your 8 stitches in here,
just to
get up to 72. You should have enough in there. But then you don't have to redo your ribbing because she already started her ribbing on this front. But this is that hand paint.
Right, and I went through a lot. There was a lot of effort put into starting at exactly at the right way, at the
same spot. Yeah, you worked hard to match these.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd pull back to the ribbing and increase because that's where you are here. You can just go ahead and do those increases. Pop those around. Yeah. The paint sock. Lungs du Nord. More French that I don't speak. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right there. So.
Yeah, I think that's what I would do. Because these are for you. Quit playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll finish up my waffle socks. What I'll probably do is I'll probably rip back, and then I'll finish up my waffle socks.
You know what you could do is increase these stitches. Try it. Do like an inch or two of the slip stitch with the increased stitches and see if it gives you more give. And if it does, then you could rip back. But if it doesn't, then
I could just,
no love
there
lost.
You go. Because I have this one right at the cuff, so I can do my experiment on that. And okay.
Knitting minds.
We can do that.
Okay. Speaking of things that we're working on,
note for future. Slip stitches are tight.
I just put my Molly socks in my new bag here. But these are the ones I talked about last week. I Kitchenered that toe. And then I went ahead and started the other one. I'm doing it on double points. I prefer to work with just 4, not 5. Part of it is because I think having 4 in my knitting is too much to manage. And I know usually I only have 4 double points.
What, do you lose the 5th one?
I'll sit on it, or like it'll get broken, or it's like in another project, because sometimes I like to keep
What size are you doing it on?
Ones. 2.25 millimeter, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, so that's another cuff. And then I have some ready to go. I found this. It's my apples in the orchard socks that I did for me, but I'm like, I know I have enough for a pair of Molly socks, so.
Molly's going to help you finish up all of your
We're going to try. We're going to try. All right. Other things we're working on. I'm working on this crazy. Okay, so I haven't shown this at all, but.
No, you have not.
I have.
What is that? That's beautiful.
Isn't it gorgeous? I have this sock yarn, and I wound it the other day. I wound it a while ago for I wanted to do a sweater for Molly out of it, but I only have one skein, and I tried to get another skein. I bought it at the yarn crawl like 2 years ago, or a year ago, whatever, over at the bead place, and it's awesome.
What is this?
It is
wonderful. It feels
amazing. It's
amazing.
Wonderland Yarns, Marianne.
Really?
In
I'm
the
shocked.
Color Burst #2, Blue Skies and Rainbows. And it really does.
It looks like blue skies and rainbows.
It is so fun.
That's a good name.
So, because every once in a while, you'll get a whole rainbow.
Oh, that's a good name.
Through there. And so, it's knit up that way. But I'm holding it double because I wanted DK weight. I cast this on because I was working really hard on my socks. And I wanted something portable that was I didn't have to do on a 1 because my hands were like bothering me. So this is on a 6. This is the waffle stitch worsted hat, something like that. It's free on Ravelry. It's a 2x2 rib for a while. I think I cast on 100 stitches because it's supposed to be a worsted weight, but I did this in DK.
Okay.
But you knit around, and then you knit through the back loop, purl 1. So like a twisted broken rib, I guess. 1 by 1.
It makes a very interesting texture. It's nice.
It's it looks waffle knit. I am obsessed with waffle knit things right now. Like between the socks.
They give you a good texture.
I'm real into it. So anyway, this is supposed to be for Sarah because all her hats are too small. She doesn't have a cold weather hat that I can put my hands on right now, and that Molly's not willing to give up.
Molly's
like,
no.
Molly's
You
just
need
a
your
little
own hat.
possessive of her things. She's very knit-worthy because she loves it, and she'll hold on to it. But anyway, so this is for Sarah. I thought it was really fun.
You're a big sis, aren't you?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
admit it. Them younger siblings are annoying.
Yes.
Okay.
And I mean, it took a long time. I love my brother. I have always loved my brother. I liked my brother for the first probably 10 or 12 years of my life. Or his life. And then he became ridiculously annoying.
And let's not leave out the fact that he tried to...
He's wild.
He tried to steal your quilt.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And so I probably didn't like him again until after high school. And now I still love him, but anyway, so I split this to make this hat, and then I came across
Blue Skies and Rainbows.
Yeah.
That is such a good name.
I came across this the other day, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna knit another one of these after I finish it. I'll do this one for Molly because it's got orange in there and purple and sparkles. I don't remember what this is. Doesn't
Blue
matter.
Skies and Rainbows.
But
That's
I stuck
a very
all that
good
in
name.
here because I'm gonna do it. Other check-ins.
You know
Other
the big
things-
one.
Oh, I know.
You might as well pull it on out.
Girl,
Let's
sweater.
talk about it.
this sweater. Okay, first off, I'm mad at this sweater because I broke my needle.
But we did some crafty
Korey
gluing
has
together.
crafty glued it back together. But I picked up for the sleeves. This is the Haru V-neck sweater by Soup Knits. It's free on Ravelry. I'm doing it out of Miss Babs Yowza in the coffee break colorway. I'm in the middle of yarn management chaos.
Oh my word.
Okay.
You're doing a lot
But
of
here's how I manage my yarn. I knit it until I cannot handle it, and then I stop and untangle it. And then, because that's how I do all yarn management. Because if I try to like keep it separate while I'm doing it, it slows me down. And as long as I can pull yarn to knit, as long as I can feed it to knit, it doesn't bother me until I can't pull it anymore, and then I stop and untangle it. And none of it gets in too big of a tangle. And since this is super wash, it doesn't really like stick together. Like the stitches stick okay, like if you lose your needle, but like just yarn in a ball is fine. Anyway, so I did not want to knit one sleeve and the other sleeve and have to worry about where my decreases are. And
we are so particular about those sleeves. I do the same thing.
So
I knit both sleeves at the same time.
I dug through my needles after I broke my other needle. I dug through my needles and I was like, and I found this beautiful Chalgu red lace tip, whatever. Size 8, US size 8, so whatever millimeters that is.
Are you sure that's an 8? It looks bigger than an 8.
Yeah, it's an 8, so it's a 5mm needle.
Okay.
So this looks wild, but I have both sleeves on this one like 40-inch cable, and I'm just like knit it. Every 3 rows I'm alternating skeins because the variegation in this is just wild.
You want to do 2 at a time, so you're going to need another long cable.
So my thought was, if I could find another long cable and like do it like I do my socks, then maybe I wouldn't have this weird thing. But it's really not bothering me. The more that I do it, I went to YarnCom to try to buy needles. Well, they were out of all size 8s. And then yesterday at
everybody
Seven
must
Sisters,
be doing sweaters.
Out of 8s too. So
everybody must be doing sweaters.
And I'm like, I own interchangeable needles. I own the Knit Picks ones. I bought them way back in the beginning of my knitting journey, like more than 10 years ago. And I don't love them. They're wooden. Don't get me wrong. I like wooden needles for certain things, but like, in fact, I knit this whole thing on a wooden needle. It's like a dreams, whatever those are. I don't know what I did with it. You know what happened to that needle?
I don't know. It's around here.
Oh, here we go. I was knitting it on this dreams, like, it's fine. They're smooth. They're relatively pointy enough. This yarn doesn't really split, but I was putting the needle back through the stitches using a barber cord, and I pulled, and the needle just went, and I was like, nope, and nope. So I went digging through my needles, and I found that I had a Chalgu one, and I was like, why wasn't I using this from the beginning? And I'm like, maybe I had some other plan. Who knows? So
I remember you told me that happened to you once before, and you were like, nope. I need the whole universe to stop spinning until I get these stitches back on the needle.
The nice thing is, like, the stitches just sat there, and they just waited for me to pick them back up. But it just is annoying when your equipment doesn't cooperate. So I was over that. And so anyway, I'm a couple inches into the sleeve. And
we're gonna work this out.
We're gonna work it out, but I'm alternating skeins because of the insane.
You've done very good on your yarn management, considering you're having to alternate skeins. Yeah, I'm impressed.
I have 4 balls. 2 of them are center pulled, 2 are from the outside. So there's that too. Like, some of these are rolling around, some of them are pulling. I'm just like, I don't know what's happening. I have a big old rat's nest. I'm like, I don't care. Just knit, it'll be fine, just knit, and then untangle, and it works out. So I'm making good progress. Hopefully I'd like to finish.
I hope this one's not too long.
I'm gonna finish this sweater before I start another sweater.
You might have to take this one too. Is that one gonna be too long? Look, I'm all about getting this project on the way.
No, this is the same length. That'll be fine.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so I'll make the switch over here
So you can make the switch.
and get us going in the right direction.
I'm gonna
Send
you home with the little thing just in case. I never have it come unloose on me with child goose.
But at least
when I
this
tighten
is
them.
like it's supposed to come undone. Like that was not an interchange. That was a fixed needle that lost its mind on me.
So we're good. There we go.
It'll be all right. So I am making good progress. I've done a couple of, probably 2 or 3 decreases. 2, I guess. Yeah.
It's gonna be wonderful. But I do the same thing. I like to do my sleeves. When with that sweater we did together, I did my sleeves at the same time. And once you get past the body, it gets easier.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to end up with one short one.
Yes, and it just, for me, it's kind of like knitting socks 2 at a time. You know?
Yeah.
Just do it.
I see.
And like it may be more fiddly to do it while it's happening, but then when you're done, you're done.
Oh, I put on eyeliner for you all, and it's bothering me.
Oh, but it looks so nice.
But now my eyes are going to be red.
Oh.
Okay. I want to look cute.
She is cute.
Do I have anything else?
I think that's all.
I'm everything of mine has been put in timeout because it's giving me trouble. So I need to finish my socks, figure out what I'm doing on my other sock, and then let me look up this Beatrix so I can tell you that I'm in love. I fell in love last night. In bed.
Okay, so yes, we're going to tell you about our plans for the year of the sweater.
Yeah,
is that what we're going to talk about?
Yes, because I am in love.
Yay! Because I have several. I pulled out all my junk, all of it, so that I can knit a sweater. And it's just silly the amount of things that I'm trying to knit right now. But first up, I'm going to tell you about something. So I told you I'm into this waffle knit business.
Oh, yeah.
So I went on Ravelry and I'm like, I really want to knit a waffle knit sweater. And I'm like, maybe I could just take a raglan, a basic raglan, and throw this waffle knit pattern over the top, either the twisted stitches that I'm doing there or that comes on that, that cozy sock or whatever.
Great minds think alike. Wait till I show you this sweater. You're going to be like, what?
So, I found this book. It got me. Knit Picks did this book. It's called Pathways. It's about textured knits. I think it says it retails for $29.99. I got it on sale for $5. So I ordered one for me and one for Korey over here. But it is all these beautiful textured knits. Let me show you how I think I need one. This is gorgeous. It's garter stitch, this sweater. But the sweater that I ordered this for is this. The waffle stitch pullover. Look at that. That one. And then I got the book. I looked at this other stuff online, but it didn't speak to me like looking at it in here does.
Look at that.
Look at this one, the textured diamonds pullover. Right, like you need that in your life.
Yes, and then there's another one that was in there that we need to knit all the sweaters. This is the one that I really want to make. The Polora sweater. It's this beautiful texture. And I like the neckline. So that one. Oh, Korey liked this one, this moss stitch check. I did a cable scarf like this. That's nice.
And it was fun. Oh!
That's what I fell in love with
Yep,
last night.
You're knitting that for sure.
I fell in.
But I'm gonna knit.
I don't know how I came across it, but I fell in love with it last night.
You need that.
I need that. And of course I loved it.
What is
and
the
I
weight?
was like, it's Aaron.
Oh, perfect.
Right.
Okay, this one though. This is the one I think I'm gonna do first. This Anguilla sweater. Because I have just enough Rios in this gorgeous brown.
That brown is beautiful.
Cocoa brown. I bought it from
Which
Victoria's.
one are you gonna do?
That before they closed. The first one. Keep going. That one.
This one?
Uh-huh.
This is That's a beautiful sweater.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
That's
And it
gorgeous.
calls for worsted weight. So I have 8 skeins of this.
That's gonna look so good.
I'm gonna do it.
That's beautiful.
And I think it'll go fast because it's worsted weight. But I can't start any more sweaters. And didn't I tell you I wanted to knit a fingering weight sweater first?
Wait. But it's gonna be cold. So we should do the heavier weight one in preparation for the cold weather.
Maybe I just start them both.
I was thinking that too.
Start them both. So
I'm not a, what do you call it?
Ooh.
I'm not a whip person. But I have this fisherman's wool from Lion Brand.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think I'm gonna knit this sweater. I have it on. I think the knitting
gods have spoken.
And I think that I should get started.
Yes. Yes. This person loves cables. This
And
would
it
be
has
such
a tremendous
fun.
amount of ease.
Yes.
Which means I don't have to swatch.
I mean,
Because I'm probably not going to knit it with that much ease in it.
yeah.
So I think I'm gonna,
I just started.
you know how I am.
Started. Okay. We had talked previously about that mini skein book, mini skein knits.
Yes.
Remember this guy, this friend?
Uh-huh.
And we're gonna knit the mermaid darkly sweater, and this one, the rainbow cardi,
Mm-hmm.
and the mermaid darkly. Let me show you. Da-ding. Anyway, so I'm digging through my stuff, and I know you guys saw it last week, but this is not the right amount of things, so this may be something else. But I have those colors, and this is the base. This was supposed to be a Tegna sweater by Caitlin Hunter. Remember we were gonna knit that, and it just was
I
not
have
our
that.
friend.
I have that somewhere.
So
I could remember.
This.
I kept starting, and the
The
swatch
size
lied to
it was
me,
wacko.
and it just kept being too
Well,
big,
the
no
lace-
matter what I did.
The lace was beautiful and huge and complicated, but I think it was just one of those patterns that was designed to look better on someone who did not have any curves.
Is that a nice way to say it was meant for? Okay.
Yes.
So I have this somewhere, and I'm trying to think. Was mine in gray? What color did I do mine in?
so. I pulled out some of this because this one is the odd man out on the other quantity that I have. So I have that, and that to make some stripies in there. I think if I do the mermaid darkly.
I'm gonna find mine. I'm gonna go ahead and kit mine up. I'm gonna find mine, and we're gonna talk about it next time. And I'm gonna kit that sweater up.
So I did. I kitted it, and I got it, and it's in this bag just because this is where it was. But I think I need one more color, but I'm not sure yet if I want to buy it, or I think.
Which one are you gonna do?
I think I'm gonna do
How many
the
colors do you
pullover.
have?
4 plus the main color, and I need
You're doing good on
1,
weaving
2,
and
3,
fiber
4,
art.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm about 5 colors short, so it may not even be this. I may do something else with it.
Oh, but you got plenty over there.
Girl, I got so much, but that's another one. So this one may not be this. In fact, I thought it maybe could be. Remember, I had talked about how I wanted to knit this one. It's from a Pom Pom magazine 1,000 years ago. Not 1,000, but a while. Okay, listening to myself talk on some of these, I totally sound like I'm from the South, and I am. But
You are from the South.
it's just sometimes I don't hear it sometimes. Anyway, this one, the Trove sweater with slip stitch color work. It's from a Pom Pom number 30. When was this? 2019? Autumn 2019. Right? It's got this really pretty, like,
This kind of
saddle.
reminds me a little bit of that. What was that? Sea glass sweater that everybody did. Oh, this would be a lovely sweater
So-
for all of your
For this
for your minis.
That's what I'm
and
gonna do.
leftovers.
is this, I think, in that.
That's
because I don't
lovely.
need as many colors. And I think I have a little more leeway. I think it's going to be gorgeous.
Oh,
That's another sweater.
oh, Oh, that's
This
a
is
lot going on.
there's some wild things in here, and
That's a lot going on in that other sweater.
so I'm gonna do that, I think.
Okay.
But for the mini skein one, I decided
Ooh.
to take all those minis that we looked at last week.
Wait, I'm like the hype
I
man.
love 'em.
I'm like, ooh.
I'm gonna take them all these wild minis. I even pulled some out of my
Ooh.
stash. Look, all these minis, they kind of play together. And do it with this as the main color. And then I think I needed one more color, so I put this in there, but I don't know that I will. I don't know. He's auditioning, so I'm just leaving him in there. But.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so that one could be the striped cardi.
Okay.
I think that would work. And then I don't have to think too hard. And I can put these things, because like these look super close. Penelope and Lucille, right?
Oh, that's funny.
But if I just kind of move them apart from each other in the
It'll
sweater,
be-
it'll be
it'll be
fine.
fine.
Yeah. And like these look super close. Who's this? Maxine and Bernie.
Where are these names coming
I don't know. This is Homestead Fibers. I got this from Seven Sisters. It was that kit. That kit.
Okay.
And then this was a mini from that Fairy Girl. You know what I'm talking about. Well, that one, and then I think the mermaid sweater, the mermaid darkly, I'm gonna use. I think. I'm not sure yet. The gray.
Do you know
Showstopper.
if you do this, if we actually do this,
I'm gonna do it.
can you just imagine how happy
then-
your husband will be to actually see yarn get used? Because every time we talk about it, he looks at your cabinet.
And then all those yellows that I was
I
auditioning.
love those yellows.
And just use this in between it.
Oh my!
And then
No, I love this. The gray and yellow. Oh,
I think it's gonna be really fun.
oh, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
So now, all the yellows wound. I probably need to wind a couple of these and get going. But
Jordan will be so happy.
the year of the sweater is coming.
So 2025 is the year of the sweater.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Okay. I don't have as much as you.
But it's exciting. It's so exciting. I'm telling you, I had all this stuff pulled out on my table yesterday. The girls are just playing, doing whatever. I'm over there touching yarn. Move, touch, move, touch, move, touch.
I have more of my game that I like to play with my friend.
Ooh.
Now what can I do with this?
Okay, this is Juniper Moon's farm.
I think I won that from the Beat Place.
Okay.
That was part
Blueface Lester, I think is how you're supposed to
yeah.
say that. Okay.
What can I make with this?
100% wool, medium. So what's that, worsted?
It's a number 4.
Yeah, this looks like that gray.
Yeah, but it's not.
Like built the same way, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You could do it together. Just only 202
I just don't know what I would make with that.
Do some color work with this gray.
Oh, I don't have anything but that.
Mm-hmm.
Just that one stray random.
Mm-hmm. And how much is this?
Oh,
Do you have a
this is
scale?
Yes.
Okay. I bet this is 100 grams.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Maybe more. What's this? 50? No, 100 grams. This is probably 200 grams. You could do a little color work. Oh yeah, this is supposed to be that 2-color thing.
From the Bead Place. That was a kit from not this past yarn crawl, but the year
one
before.
before.
I was going to make a cowl for my sister. So I can definitely put that in my to-do pile because I could probably go ahead and get that done.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That middle here, I'll tie it together. Okay.
Okay, now this
Ooh, I like that.
is this, but
It's
in
got
pink.
cotton in it. This is, Yarn Bee. Authentic, hand-dyed, vivid. This is L is for lemon. Okay, why? 100% superwash merino. It's like kind of bouncy, or real bouncy, I guess.
Well, what can I do with that bright pink?
This is worsted weight. Is that what I just said?
Turn my light back
Why are
on.
your lights going out? TikTok.
Don't
Ticky tocky.
don't buy TikTok products.
I know. Am I trying to get enough followers to be on the TikTok shop? No, but I do want to be able to do lives. I think that's what it is. What?
I guess
Does it need to be charged?
I charged it this morning. I don't know. Look at that bright pink. What can I do with that?
A hat.
For who? For my
Ew,
cousin?
no,
I
'cause
don't want that.
You wear that bright green. You
I
can wear
know,
bright
but
pink.
that's different. I don't know why you all talk about my bright green.
I love it. Don't hate.
I wonder if I should make a mignon.
Yes.
She's a sorority. Her mom's a sorority girl.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
Go
the
up
right
a needle
pink.
size. Oh, like she AKA.
Yeah.
They do that beautiful pink and green, like almost like watermelon-y. I love that.
Well, if that's close enough.
I think so. You could get some little green buttons, or do the
That's what I was looking for. You know,
The
I was
cuff and
talking
the
about the
edge.
Beatrix. Okay, excuse us. We are just
This
sitting
is
over
this
here.
what that was?
We are sitting over here.
Wait.
Yes, that's what the lighter color one was. Was that
Were we
there?
right? Oh my gosh, we were right.
Uh-huh.
It's wool and silk and nylon. That's why it was
That's
so
why-
creepy.
That's why I brought. I was like, when I was digging, this fell out, and I was like, that's what that lighter gray was. It
We
was
are
the same
so
thing. I knew
smart.
it was from Expression Fiber Arts.
We are so smart.
But what I was digging around for was this Beatrix that I'm in love with has some buttons.
Oh.
And I'm in love with it. So I was digging because I bought these buttons at a garage sale.
Yes.
You know how you have to rescue things?
Oh my
And
gosh.
this person had, the mother had been quite the seamstress. And you know how you see a box, you got to open it. And so she had this ornate tin, and I bought it because of these buttons that were in there. And they let me have this tin for like $5 with all this stuff in it, right? But I saw these buttons, and I fell in love because they are actually wood buttons.
Wow.
And they were in 2 different colors, and I have a million of them. I don't know
That
why-
would be
I
gorgeous
don't know
for
why
that.
she had so many, but I was like, oh, I have to have these buttons. So
I wonder if somebody made them and she made them.
So I was thinking that I
Yes.
needed to do it in this color.
Yes.
And I was thinking of maybe the darker button
Yes.
in there.
The answer is yes.
Mhm.
This would look nice too, though, because it's almost like here. Stick it in.
I just
Look
thought
at that.
these buttons were just
Wait, give me that.
phenomenal.
Look at his eyes.
Ah, that's so cute.
But either one would work.
So just felt like when I saw that pattern and I was laying in the bed at 11 o'clock at night, I thought of this yarn and these buttons.
It got you.
And I thought the knitting gods were talking to me.
It got you. It got
Then
you.
they were telling
so
me
good.
that I already have everything that I need and that this needs to be something.
It needs to be made.
So I
Yes,
had to
it
get up
does.
this morning and find the buttons. But now I've put the buttons with the yarn.
Okay, I have a confession. So we're talking about sweater plans. So, let's see, 2014, so legit 10 years ago. My mom and I had just moved to St. Louis. My mom and I took the train up to Chicago to
Yes,
go
I
to Vogue
remember.
Knitting Live.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I remember you told me about that trip.
yes, it was such a fun trip. I'd love to be able to do something like that again. But I feel like since COVID, all of the big show, like the big indoor shows like that, have really changed. And like my time has changed. Like a 6-hour, 8-hour train ride, even though you can knit the whole time, just isn't necessarily
The best use of your time.
correct. So anyway, we went to Vogue Knitting Live. We took a couple classes, bought a lot of yarn. But one of the things I bought was this yarn I'm going to show you. But I'm going to preface this by saying I really wanted to knit myself a cardigan, and I wanted to knit it out of fingering weight yarn because I wanted that weight. For some reason, I've been itching to knit a fingering weight cardigan for 10 years now. I have yet to do so. So for a long time though, I wouldn't knit myself garments because I thought I didn't want to. I was waiting for my body to be smaller.
No.
I think that's just part of that, very sadly to say. I think it's part of being a woman in today's culture. And I feel like in the last probably 5 or 6 years, with the push of the younger generation, I hate having to say the younger generation because I was the younger generation. I'm not anymore.
Okay.
I'm not. They have really made a push to appreciating all bodies, all sizes, much better than they did whenever I was that age, or, you know, when my mom was that age, because, so, long story short.
They taught us? You do not have to deal with bad service. Just order that stuff and they'll deliver it. You do not have to go in the store
that is
and
so
have
true.
people treat
that is
you
so
bad.
True. That is so true. Just buy it all, have it delivered,
Yes.
try it on the privacy of your own home.
They taught us that.
They did. They did. They did. Thank you, younger people.
Yes.
Thank you. As someone who is approaching 40, thank you, younger people. But, so I avoided knitting garments for my body for a long time, until probably...
You're over that, right?
I'm over that. I'm over that. Now I've decided that if it takes an extra skein of yarn, it takes an
Just
extra
buy
skein
the
of yarn.
extra skein.
And I'm tired of looking at patterns that look good on the stick girls and not on people who are not stick girls, because I've not been a stick girl since I was
They've been
14
talking
years
about
old.
that. That's because when they go to grade the patterns, often they just think that they just need to add more stitches to accommodate the bust or whatever, and they don't understand, no, the whole configuration needs to be different.
Yep.
Because, you know, you don't want suddenly for the crew neck to be all the way down here because you added all these stitches.
Right.
You got to do some modifications. So
And
I think they've gotten better at that.
I think a lot of it's no longer, I think, just a general like zoom in, zoom out type of thing.
Right.
But so I was going to, anyway, long story short, so I bought this yarn, and now I look at it and I'm like, what am I going to, this is not my taste at all.
Oh, I want to see.
At all. And
Can't wait to see.
I don't even know what it could be now.
We can figure it out.
Okay. It is called, it's Delicious Yarns. This is their Sprinkles Fingering.
But it is beautiful.
It's interesting. I don't know that I would say.
I was just going to say, it's one of those where you wonder, how is that going to knit up? You're much better at figuring out how
it's
things
got
are
these
gonna
couple
knit up.
little grape sprinkles. There's some brown in here.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
I have 3 of them. So it's about 1,200 yards, maybe give or take. Maybe, 12. It's 1350 because there's 450
Do you think you
yards.
just have to just go ahead and resolve yourself to it? It can be a Stephen West shawl.
No, because I'm not going to wear a Stephen West shawl because that's too much fabric for me. I've already knit my things that I want to knit that are large things of fabric, large swaths of fabric. I'm not in that place anymore right now. So I have 3 of them. And you know what I'm thinking I might do?
What?
Just knit whatever I want to knit with 1,300 yards, probably a sweater. And then over-dye it. Over-dye it a color that I like.
No.
Yes.
You think that'll work? You don't want to over-dye it first and then knit it?
And then knit it? Maybe. That might be smarter.
Why is this not your taste anymore?
I don't know. And to be fair, I don't know that it was my taste when I
Ever?
bought it. Yep.
Or do you think you may have gotten all caught up in, oh my, it's beautiful?
Yes, I did. I totally got caught up in, this is enough yardage to make a sweater for me, and I want a sweater, and like, it just, and so talk about deep stash, people. This is it. So that is the question I have for myself, is what should this be? Because initially it was going to be a featherweight cardigan. I think that's a Hannah Fettig pattern. But I'll show you. Let's see if I can figure out how it's knit up. Delicious Yarns. Sprinkles Fingering, where are you?
Oh no, it popped out.
That's okay.
It popped out. It sure is pretty. I think it's beautiful.
Okay, maybe it's for you.
I don't know what I would do with
Right?
it, but it's
Okay,
beautiful.
so you're here with me. You're here with me in this. What do we do with it? Sprinkles. Erin? No. Oh my, they had the cutest little booth at Vogue Knitting. Sprinkles Chunky.
Does Vogue Knitting still have a Chicago show?
I don't know. Okay. Sprinkles fingering. Let's see.
But it's interesting because I've been watching podcasters who went to Rhinebeck, the New York Sheep and Wool Festival, and some of the indie shows that are around that. They have Indie Untangled, Cake Palooza, some of those shows. And one of them said that they went to one of the indie shows and they had in mind exactly what they wanted to purchase yarn for. Mm-hmm. They were being responsible, and they knew what pattern they wanted to make and what they were in the hunt to purchase yarn for. But they mentioned that they had option anxiety, because when it comes to one of the indie shows, there's just so many beautiful hand-dyed yarns that they couldn't even make a decision because they were afraid that, at the next booth might be an even more perfect yarn option.
Yeah.
And I thought, that explains it. That's my problem with hand-dyed yarns.
Yes.
I run into that a lot.
Yes.
They're beautiful.
They are.
But sometimes I knit them up and they're like, that was not what I thought it would be.
Well, okay, so let me show you this. So I'm searched Ravelry, and the thing I love about Ravelry is you can find how people knit things. So look at that,
No.
right?
No.
That is how
I would
that
be
knits.
disappointed.
And when 10 years ago, iPhones, I didn't even know that I had an iPhone, and iPhones were not.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that.
So, okay, yeah.
That wouldn't fit my aesthetic at all.
Right. So this is not my jam.
Okay, so we're gonna have to figure out how to over dye it.
Yes. Because there's enough white in here that I think it could be, like, I don't know if you put gray over it. Because I love gray. I don't know how gray would play with that purple.
We may have to talk to the men of Leading Men Fiber Arts for some direction. They would tell us.
We're going to make a TikTok.
They would tell us.
The people of TikTok can weigh in too.
And
you guys are welcome to weigh in too. What would you do with this?
And you can even make an appointment to go with them and take a dyeing class. They would tell us. They would help us figure out what to over dye with.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go up to Illinois. Where are they?
They're in Illinois. They were driving distance from us.
This is our trip.
And
we're taking this to Illinois.
And we're gonna force them to help us.
No, I will pay for the class.
They have
they can help us figure out what to do with this and how. And maybe, find a mini skein or two to kind of add in there to make it worth its while. Because this is like, I can't let it go. But I think, like, where I am in my journey as a knitter, it'd be nice to do something with this that in a way that makes me happy.
So so we're going to do something with that. Look, I'm over here. When I thought of this, I was like, let me see if I can find.
Yes, the answer is yes. Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out what to do with that. So I was thinking I might do another one of those little mignon sweaters, which I just happen to have the pattern right here by Loop London.
Yep, so you're casting that on.
So then, of course, I was like, well, do I have any buttons? And she was saying yes to the pink sprinkle heart buttons. So I may do that. Stay tuned next time.
So that's you guys have seen our stash. You've seen our sweater plans. We put it out there that next year is the year of the sweaters. So you want to knit with us? Maybe we should do a knit along.
We should do a knit along.
You can knit whatever sweater your little heart desires.
So it's Christmas. I know it's just a couple of days after Halloween, but it's Christmas and everybody has their Christmas knitting.
Yep.
I'm going to be knitting my sister. I'm going to finish her white and black socks, and then I'm going to knit her some Christmas socks. Now, she did not say she wanted Christmas socks, but I want to knit Christmas socks, so my sister gets Christmas socks.
I love it. I love it.
So I'm going to knit her Christmas socks for Christmas, and then after that, I am going to try and finish up my Afghans, okay?
Yeah, you know what? Next time, I'll bring the Afghans. She knit one and crocheted one for both my girls. I'll bring those, and then maybe by then you'll have some
progress on that
The
one.
green one's rolling. It's the other one you got to get going on. The purple.
And I can't give one baby the Afghan for Christmas without giving another.
Not when they're both here. Like if one was born and one was not, yes, absolutely. Stagger them. But
yeah. So I have to get those 2 Afghans finished, but without a doubt, my goal is, you know how when you do the on New Year's Eve, I'm definitely going to be working on my sweaters.
you know what? I might cast them on December 1. If I can get this other junk off my needles over the month of November, December 1.
Okay.
We're not going to put all this on the new year.
I'll hold off.
No.
I'll work on my other stuff.
Do
and
not
then
hold
I'll
off
cast
anything.
this on in December 1.
You don't have to hold off. If your little heart is ready, you just do it.
I get anxiety. I have too much going on. I do.
Too many knits?
I get knit anxiety. And then I found this label and I gotta find the yarn because I keep losing. That's a goal.
yarn?
That is a goal. This is a bright pink. I don't know where it is, but this is a bright
not
pink.
this?
It's not
Oh
this
no,
one.
this is sock.
I gotta find the yarn.
I remember this.
Uh-huh.
We talked about this on one of the old podcasts.
I keep losing the yarn in the label. I need to keep them together.
The honey girl. Oh, that's what I did. Okay, sidetrack. Where did I put it? I wrote this down. Maybe I'll tell you. Oh, yep. Nope.
Yep. Nope.
Nope. Yep. Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Girl, you got a lot of bags. Let's do a whip parade here. Let's talk about this.
Girl, I don't think they can handle a parade. But this is
Look,
this
I'm
is
trying
that
to
honey.
look at you. Now, what do you have going on over here?
This is that Honey Girl Farms. Remember, I bought it. It has the sparkle in it. You were like, "What are you gonna do with that?" And I'm like, "I don't know, but I need it."
It's gorgeous.
Gray and yellow.
And I love how you matched it up with the bag. The
Yes.
bag matches the yarn.
Mm. But it's Honey Girl Farms. It is. What did I do with that? Nope. What's it called? This is her Sparkle Sock Gold. It has gold Selena
That's
in it.
nice.
And then the color is Thunderbird, but it's got some gold sparkles.
That's nice.
Can you see it? This is gonna be. I'm gonna knit myself that Musselburgh hat,
Oh, okay.
the double-sided
Mm-hmm.
that everybody knit,
Mm-hmm.
but I want it for me because I pulled out all those hats to talk to people about it on TikTok, and I don't have a hat that I knit myself.
All your hats have been knit by somebody else.
No, either they've been knit by you or I knit them 5 to 10 years ago.
Okay.
Because all my recent hats I've given away to people.
That's so funny.
So I'm like, I'm digging through there and I'm putting them on for the show, and I'm like, well, this is a Korey knit. This is a Korey knit. This is a hat I knit. Like, this is my 3rd project I ever made, and you know, like.
Because the greatest gift to give is to give a knitter a knit item.
It
because
is.
you knitters give away everything.
We do. We do. Like, we keep a few things. Because, like, so it's really funny to me when I see people do videos and they're like, this is all the stuff I've knit this year. And I'm like, I would have to call in.
And say, excuse
Call
me, could
people.
you come over and bring...
Yes. Or like, can you send me a picture?
Especially when it comes to babies. You knit everybody's baby something.
I did until I had my own babies.
And then
it was
you're like, I'm out of steam.
So now babies get hats. They used to get blankets. The last blanket I knit a baby was my sister-in-law, Austin, who had her son 9 days before Molly. That was the last baby who got a blanket for me. I think.
Okay, keep going. What else you got over there?
Those are things that are just kitted up.
Okay,
we will
let me
talk.
see.
No, we're not going to talk anymore. We're at 1 hour and 13 minutes. But I'll show you.
You got to save something
Girl.
for the future.
Well,
okay.
people are going to be like, turn it off. Stop talking.
I can't wait. I can't wait for next time.
I know.
So I can see what you got over there.
2 weeks. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. That gives us. I'm going to try really hard to get this up this afternoon.
You guys got to wait 2 weeks to see what she has. It's so funny.
We have so much stuff. 2 weeks. 1, 2. The 17th.
I promise I'm going to have some finishes.
You always have finishes.
I
I
didn't
can't
have
believe
anything
today
this
is the
time.
day that I have something finished and you do not.
But I'm going to have some finishes
Yeah.
in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get busy.
Well, thanks for playing today with the Deep Stash Knitting Podcast.
I know, that's so cool.
We're so cool.
Thanks.
Bye.